the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Michelle Williams is getting huge props for her performance on Britney Spears' audiobook. She'll probably win the Grammy for it. Mark my words now.
Really?
Yeah. So there's one clip that is gone viral just based on what they wrote and how she reads it and the subject matter. So this is where Britney was going in on Justin and I guess like how phony he was and flames him so hard in this one quick passage, but it's the way Michelle Williams reads it.
His band NSYNC was what people back then called so pimp. They were white boys, but they loved hip-hop. To me, that's what separated them from the Backstreet Boys, who seemed very consciously to position themselves as a white group. NSYNC hung out with black artists. Sometimes I thought they tried too hard to fit in. One day, Jay and I were in New York, going to parts of town I'd never been to before. Walking our way was a guy with a huge blinged-out medallion. He was flanked by 2 giant security guards. Jay got all excited and said so loud, "Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine. What's up, homie?" After Genuine walked away, Felicia did an impression of Jay. "Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine." Jay wasn't even embarrassed.
First of all, I don't know who Felicia is, but I need to know who had no problem flaming Justin Timberlake.
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
Oh, no.
Man, Justin Timberlake was just like hate everything right now. Mentions off, not replying to texts.
How long until...
Emails.
Does Genuine still make music?
Yeah.
How long until he drops that in a track?
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
Yeah, he still like performs and
Does
everything.
he?
Yeah.
So Felicia is Felicia Kaluta, which was the assistant to Britney Spears.
Love that woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
Damn, man. Yeah, you know what? Michelle Williams, she sounds great. She really sounds good.
Oh,
Her
flames.
reflection on some of these stories are incredible.
Can you play that one more time for me?
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
Oh, Justin Timberlake. And everybody's like, he's just concentrating on his own family right now. He's trying to grow and move out past this stuff.
Yeah.
And
You can't
everything
move
else.
past this, bro.
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
Like, I don't know if I could be Jessica Biel and live in the same house with him and not say,
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
like, it's a pretty funny line.
Right? You
Like,
know,
you're lucky your kids aren't old enough to understand context.
but also like having an Academy Award winner quote you, like one of the best actresses of 2 generations, quote you saying,
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
like the performance is so good.
Yeah. I want to hear the outtakes. Like,
Yeah.
was this like a Michelle Williams was like, "Oh, I know exactly how I'm going to read this."
Yeah. Because sometimes when you read books, you don't do voices, right? Like you would
Yeah.
just read, oh yeah, for shiz, Genuine. But she went for it.
Yeah.
Like
"Oh yeah, faux shiz, Genuine."
Good for you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
Everyone's ready to go.
Yeah.
What's going on, everyone?
Yeah.
How we doing?
Yes, nice.
Hot in
Fancy.
here.
You're hot, Maury. Maury's dressed all fancy today because he's got a thing going on. He comes in here asking if he can turn down the temperature. Well,
Turn down for what? No.
Don't wear that. You gotta.
But you didn't even walk over to see where it's at.
I don't know. All I know is that it's blowing on me from above my head right now. Like I can feel the temperature.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's the exact same
As it always
is every single day.
Maury just.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, because you're wearing a super tight, like thick dress shirt today.
Yeah. Bro, that bottom button is screaming.
This once used to be loose.
Yeah. You know what? Like, you're in that room by yourself, right?
Yeah.
And for most of the show, literally no one else outside of Roz and I could see you.
Yeah.
So, no judgment. If it's hot in there, just take off your shirt, bro.
Shem,
What?
would that bother you?
I don't
I'm
want. I don't actually.
Wait.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I'm not in that room, man. I can take my shirt off.
I wish
here.
I was the
anyway.
kind of guy where you'd be like, yeah, take it off.
No. You wish. No. You wish we were the kind of guys that would be like, yeah, take it off.
Yeah, take it off.
That has nothing to do with you. That's
ahead.
your fantasy about all of us.
Just work with your shirt off today. If you want to be comfortable, be
I
comfortable.
don't want to see. I really don't want to see that. He's got like kitten nipples and stuff.
What?
Yeah. You've never seen them, Chef.
Never seen them?
No.
It's not good.
Kitten nipples?
Yeah, they look like cat
Oh,
nipples.
here come the.
No, don't worry. Nobody. Honestly,
Line.
Maury. Nobody wants to. Come on now. That's
Oh
real.
my God.
We're at
Bro,
work.
this is like an X-rated video
We're
right now. Look at that
work.
titty.
Guys, we are at work. Okay.
Oh my.
You can't pump a titty at work. All right. Like.
We're talking about guys, by the way. So
Yes. All right.
Does this require music?
Stop. Stop.
Wow, what a deep V.
Stop,
Almost like a U.
Guys, gentlemen,
Wow.
Stop. Anyway, the temperature's perfect in here. It's gonna be hot today. I think that's what you're feeling more.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's like 20 degrees today.
Yeah.
And then like tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, like 20, 22. Maury, stop being dramatic. It's
I
not
know.
that hot.
It's like menopause.
Stop it. You wouldn't even explain menopause more.
When you get to like an old age, you
Yeah.
sweat.
Wow.
What else?
Isn't dryness?
Dryness.
Ladies, feel free to hit up Tim
Maury,
Maury on
explain
social.
explain menopause. God, this should be a very hard things for the Dammits.
Go ahead. I'll turn the music down so we can all hear.
Maury,
crystal clear.
explain menopause.
Like it dries up in a certain area, but where that shouldn't be dry, it comes out in other places. Like you sweat, you get really hot, but it gets really dry elsewhere.
What else happens?
Isn't that it? Oh. Like
What else? What else do you think happens during menopause?
you
What are some of the signs of menopause?
Oh, anger.
That's not what I was going for.
Wow.
Anger.
At Damn It Maury on Twitter.
I don't know.
And Instagram,
even if you're
TikTok.
I once went to a play, Menopause Out Loud, and they were talking about anger.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, and like cramps?
Yeah. What age does menopause normally hit more? What
65.
age? 65. Wow. Interesting. As old as what and as young as what more?
Oh, as old as 65 and as young as 50.
50. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. And so what are some other things that happen during menopause? What changes happen?
Like things sag?
Oh my God. Wow. Maury, things sag on you.
Yeah. I was just going to say, a lot of what you're describing are things that happen both to you and your husband.
Like, I'm pretty convinced Maury is actually going through menopause right now. You literally just described yourself.
Yeah.
All the things that you just said is how you... we would all describe you that way, to be honest with you.
Like
Right? No, dry and angry.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Did you guys see, first of all, go Raptors go, because the Raptors kick off their season against Minnesota tonight. Lakers kicked off their season the other night against Denver. Oh, let me email you guys.
Last night.
Did you guys see the photo of LeBron showing up to the stadium?
No, why?
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Oh, yeah.
You saw Shem?
Oh, yeah.
So do I need?
I won't say nothing. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, my email's not working. Can you send it to Maria? I need Maria to see this.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Damn, email's not working here. All right, so this is the fit. Let me show you, Roz. This is the fit that LeBron showed up in, okay? LeBron James. Legend.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
Like just
That's a statement.
Louis Vuitton drip
Yeah.
from head to toe.
Kind of ugly, though.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let me go through the price tag of these items.
Oh, okay,
So
yes.
LeBron is rocking sunglasses,
Yeah, that's...
a jacket.
yeah.
He's got a duffel bag. He's got black pants, dress shoes, and for some weird reason, a Louis V briefcase,
Right.
which guaranteed there's nothing in there.
Right.
It's just for these photo ops because he knows that pictures are taken of the athletes when they walk into the arena.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang. So that jacket that he's wearing,
Yeah.
the tweed jacket, $5,000.
Oof.
The straight up plain black pants,
Yeah.
$1,250.
Okay.
The shoes, the dress shoes, $1,220.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That duffel, the green duffel with all the Louis Vuitton logo all over it,
Yeah.
$11,000.
Yeah.
That briefcase, small ass briefcase that he's holding, $9,500.
That's crazy.
Now, I don't know if this is because he wants to wear the Louis V, make a statement, or he's supporting his boy, Pharrell, who now works for Louis Vuitton. And this was part of like the collection, Pharrell's new collection that's coming out.
But do they have to make custom stuff for LeBron James? Because no regular clothing manufacturer, like high-end clothing, they don't make stuff that big, right? Like they just don't. Like it all has to be custom for
most
them, right?
off-the-rack stuff is small.
Like there's no,
Yeah.
like,
So maybe LeBron is saying to Pharrell, or Pharrell went to LeBron saying, hey, would you wear any of this?
Yeah.
We can make custom to your
LeBron
size.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant size.
Can I send in my sizes? Please and thank you.
Yo,
regular,
a grand
regular.
total for this fit, head to toe, LeBron James showing up in all Louis V, right?
Yeah.
$28,000.
That's crazy. Did you see Giannis's new contract?
No.
His extension?
Milwaukee, how long?
3
For Milwaukee?
years.
Yeah.
3 years. $186 million. 3 years. And you know what the pisser about the whole thing is? Because he wanted to stay a buck. He said this is the first contract that he ever signed where he didn't look at the dollar amount.
Bruh.
$62 million a year.
He read the dollar amount after he signed. It was a surprise to him because he just wanted to stay.
What a G move.
What's he going to wear?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play you this clip that went bonkers over the weekend. It's a clip of a TV show from the CBC back in 1957.
Okay.
Where a woman named Mrs. Brady.
Were you in the audience?
Good one, Maury.
Introduced a delicious new dish to Canadians called the pizza.
Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Brady. Today I'm going to make that popular Italian dish, pizza pie. You've all probably heard about it, and if you like the recipe, please get a pencil and paper, and then you can take it down as I go. Pizza pie is becoming very popular, especially down in the States. There are some restaurants that even specialize in it. These are called pizzerias. And Saturday night, as you drive down, you can see cars lined up for miles waiting for their pizza. Pizza pie is composed of 3 parts. First, there is the base, which is usually a biscuit or a yeast dough. This is covered with a tangy tomato sauce, sprinkled with oregano, and then topped with nippy cheese.
Right? A biscuit.
What'd she say? She didn't say pizzeria. She said what?
Pizzeria or pizzeria.
Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Brady. Today I'm going to make that popular Italian dish, pizza pie. You've all probably heard about it, and if you like the recipe, please get a pencil and paper, and then you can take it down as I go. Pizza pie is becoming very popular, especially down in the States. There are some restaurants that even specialize in it. These are called pizzerias.
Wow. So it was what, 1950?
1957, and this is when
Canada got introduced to pizza?
I guess, yeah. Like we didn't have pizza here until 1957, apparently. I don't know. A pizzeria.
These are called pizzerias.
But in one of the comments, though, that I was reading, somebody had commented on this video and said that this woman was actually their mother-in-law, and she's still alive.
She's
and
still around,
yeah,
dude?
yeah.
Does she open her own?
These are called pizzerias.
Her own pizzerias? Wow.
The best, I know.
And that was from where? CBC?
Yeah, I think it was just like a CBC. Because back in the day, like they had all these domestic shows, right? Like
Sure.
just teaching, I don't know, women how to be a housewife or something like that. I don't know, it was 1957.
Yeah, get your pencil and paper.
Yeah.
Write this down.
These are called pizzerias.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Yo, it's Roz and Mocha.
You're joking. Sorry, I'm on the treadmill. Let me get off. Are you kidding me? Hold on 1 second.
You're where? On the treadmill?
Yeah. Working out.
Shoot.
Hello?
Getting that morning workout in. Damn, girl. Sorry.
I am getting up later. Is this a joke? Because I'm just listening to you guys on the podcast right now.
Oh, no. This is for real. What's your name?
My name is Joe.
Okay. Joe texted Roz and said, I finally watched that Black Mirror episode.
Oh.
So, Joe, because we talked about certain Black Mirror episodes, it's one of two that I think, okay?
You know the one.
It's either season 1, episode 1, National Anthem, or it's the one with Anthony Mackie called Striking Vipers.
It's the one with Anthony Mackie.
Striking Vipers messed me up, bro.
And I think my favorite part is how traumatized Mocha has been with that episode. And I'm also, like, I listen to Roz Mocha every single day.
Yeah.
But I discovered your podcast recently. So I'm now starting, like, back from the very beginning. So I think I'm in 2019 right now.
Uh-huh.
And so it's still a reoccurring theme in 2019. So I'm not sure how you feel about it now, but...
Okay. How does Mocha feel about it now? Put it this way. Mocha waited so long for the new Spider-Man game to come out last Friday. Like, so long. He had built his entire weekend around the new Spider-Man game. When we were talking off the radio, there was no audience listening. It was literally Mocha and I. I said, hey, Mocha, is that a co-op game that you can play with somebody else? and the man put his hand on his heart and started sweating. Before he told me no.
You know, when I was playing the game, because in the new Spider-Man game, you can play as like Peter Parker and Miles Morales. There's two. There are scenes. There are certain parts of the game where both of them are fighting like against the bad guys. They're teaming up, right?
Yeah.
And when the first time I saw the two of them appear on screen at the same time,
in those tight outfits.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Joe, I thought about that Striking Vipers episode.
You know, there's no obligation, right? Like, you're not obligated to do anything.
No, I know.
But at that point, like, it's just partying, right? Like,
I wouldn't say partying. It's partying.
Like, you beat a big boss in the game, and how else are you going to celebrate? You know, I know that's how I like to celebrate big things in life.
Joe, for anyone who hasn't seen Striking Vipers, the Black Mirror episode with Anthony Mackie, can you describe it? What happens? Without giving anything away. Yeah, of course.
Well, you can't describe it without giving anything away, because I think that's the intrigue. Because the reason I watched Black Mirror is because you talked about that.
Yes.
So I'd never known what Black Mirror was.
Right.
I know a lot of people said it was disturbing, it was weird. I'm like, what is so disturbing that it's altered your life to that, to that point? And that's why I watched it. So I don't think you can describe it, because I think you need to leave the mystery. Let the people discover it on their own.
So the episode of Black Mirror, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mocha. It's Anthony Mackie. Who's the other guy? I don't even know who the other guy was.
His best friend.
His best friend.
But his Shem, what's that guy's name? You know that guy.
Yeah, hold on, let me get his name.
And they play video games together.
It was like Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Yes. Yes, and they somehow, I don't even know what the circumstances were, but they develop like a love affair in the game.
Yes.
Because
Anthony Mackie was like the male fighter.
Yes.
And his best friend in real life was a dude.
Yes.
His character in the game was like a hot female fighter.
Yes.
Right.
And so they fall in love in the game, but only they're best friends in real life. And then they do stuff in the game, but then they do stuff in real life, right?
Well,
no, not do stuff. They had a moment of like,
yes, because they had been playing the game so long and doing stuff in the game for so long. They were like, hold on a second. Like, does that mean, like, are we in love or something?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I had to try out my luck and text you guys. And I've been listening to you guys for years, and you've never called me. So this is unreal. And I was ready to fall off the treadmill because I'm like, this is a joke.
Oh, well, girl, thank you so much for texting. Thank you for listening, for your dedication to the Roz and Mocha Show. Before we let you go and get you back on that treadmill, back to your morning workout between Roz and Mocha. Joe, who is your favorite?
I've dreamt of this moment for years. Sorry, I got to give Roz this one. But I love you, Mocha. You guys are amazing. Honestly, you guys make my day. I'm in tears listening to you guys on the radio, on the podcast. My mom and I love you guys. I'm going to call her as soon as I get off the phone with you guys. She's not going to believe this.
Joe, we love you right back. Have a great day, and thanks again for your support.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Laura, hello. It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's worst job in the world. We kicked this off just a few weeks ago, and the response has been insane.
A lot of people have some really terrible jobs. So we have a leaderboard here. I think so far out of our top 10, we filled 6 spots. So there is a spot for you on the list. It's just where you place on the list. Currently at number 1 is Matthew, who gave us a call, and his company does trauma cleaning. If you could only imagine what that is. Ray is also on there. His company cleans up after squatters who have been living in houses. We got a nightclub bouncer who was on there who had somebody throw their colostomy bag at him at work.
Geef. I remember that guy. Yes.
So we got a lot of people on there. What is your job, and why do you feel it deserves to be on the Roz and Mocha worst job in the world leaderboard?
I'm a denturist. So those that don't know, I specialize in making dentures for patients.
Okay.
So besides the fact that I work in people's mouths every day, I have come across things such as maggots, snakes, bed bugs. The list goes on, but that's what stuff I deal with.
Hold on. We're just glossing over that, okay? We mean maggots and snakes.
Where do you come across maggots and snakes?
So what do you want to start? We'll start with the snake story. It's a little shorter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I went to reach into the patient's mouth to kind of take a look and go on, from the corner of my eye, I noticed something was moving, and she actually had her pet snake wrapped around her neck.
Oh,
she brought in her snake.
I thought it was in her mouth.
No.
Oh, around her neck. And what do you say at that point?
We asked her to leave. We said, unfortunately, no pets allowed. You had to leave.
That's not normal, though.
No, and that was the first.
That's like a one bad day kind of thing, right? Okay.
Now tell us about the maggots.
Let's get to what makes your job the worst job in the world.
So bed bugs I do deal with on a daily.
Okay.
The maggot story, I had this patient, this client of mine. You're supposed to remove your dentures every day. You're supposed to clean them out and remove them. He hasn't removed his upper denture for, I would say, about 40 to 30 years.
Oh, my God!
When I went to go remove that upper denture, first of all, the smell that came out was atrocious.
Yeah.
There were maggots inside the denture and on the roof of his mouth.
Oh, how does he not feel all that?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not too sure.
What did you use to get it out? Like the denture? Like, what did you use to pry it out of his mouth?
My finger. So I physically, just the retention was there. I physically just put my hands in and removed it. But to remove the maggots from the denture, I physically had to use a tool and scrape it and scrape the roof of his mouth out.
Oh, jeez. And what was his response after you said, "Sir, you got maggots in your mouth"?
He didn't know. He legit didn't know. He was like, "Oh, I never removed my denture," and then I had to explain to him the proper way to take care of it. But he physically didn't know.
30 years. Okay. Oh, that's so gross. Shem can't even look at us right now.
I know. Okay, Laura, I'm gonna say a couple of things here. You have had some incredibly unfortunate and horrific experiences doing what you do as a denturist. But I will say, if this was Roz and Mocha's worst day on the job,
right?
Maybe you could be up there, okay? Because that was a bad day.
Terrible day.
That's a terrible day on the job.
Yes.
But I would say what you've said so far that you consistently deal with is that people have a couple bed bugs on them.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we have to base this on as far as you qualifying for the worst job. You've had terrible days, Laura. Okay?
That I have.
But I can't put you with this.
The trauma person?
I can't put you higher than...
I know where I think Laura should be on the list.
Where?
I think Laura goes to number 3 and pushes the nightclub security guy down 1.
Hell no. No way.
That's what I think.
No.
I think Laura's number 3.
If we're talking about their jobs, right, which is the sort of worst job. Laura, she does dentistry, based like dentures, right? And every now and then she got to deal with some bed bugs. Because Guy, the nightclub manager, had one of those same things where if that was worst day on the job, getting somebody's colostomy bag and then their stomach opens and all their stuff fell on the sidewalk. Yeah. That's a terrible thing. But I would say what Guy has to deal with on a daily basis is far worse than what Laura has to deal with on a daily basis.
Okay, then Laura, what about if Laura goes below Guy, above the construction worker who has to clean up the construction site at the end of the day?
I would put Laura at 5. I think that, Laura, you are below.
No.
Yeah, I think that Laura is just above the woman who makes government-issued crack pipes and meth balls.
No, the reason why I say Laura goes to number 4 is because that guy, the construction worker, Michael, the worst it got, and it was one time, he said, was where he found somebody's dirty underwear stuffed in between lumber on the site.
But consistently, he's cleaning up bottles of urine.
Yeah, but bed bugs. Bed bugs every day.
I don't know. We may need a toe breaker on this one. Let's Shem, let's get you in on this. Okay. Where do you think Laura falls here?
I'm actually going to say I think she should be number 3 because I nearly wanted to vomit listening to this.
Okay, yeah, you weren't listening to a word we said.
Okay.
We don't need your we've moved past 3, Shem. Okay, the debate is 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. Well, 5 or 6?
Or sorry, 4 or 5.
Then 4 for sure. 4 for sure.
Yeah, so you think above the construction worker?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's a terrible.
Okay.
I'd say 5.
Yeah, I'm with you on 5. But okay. So there we have it. You are on the list, Laura. You now sit at what? 5?
No, number 4.
No,
Michael's number 5.
At 5.
No, she's 5.
No, Shem just said number 4.
I said 4. Marie said 5. Maria is the tiebreaker.
Maria.
4.
4. Yeah. Okay, fine. 4 it is. Laura, you are number 4 on the worst job in the world, and you've had a couple of really bad days, but a couple bad days doesn't make for the worst job.
I appreciate it. Number 4, it is what it is. I'll take it.
Number 4.
Thank you, Laura. Have a great day, and thank you for listening.
Bye, guys. Take care.
If you think you got the worst job in the world, the worst in the world, you can text us. You can always call us as well.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It was over a year ago that Roz released his memoir, A Little Bit Broken. And just last week, you released the paperback version of it.
Yeah.
Very exciting. A lot of people were hype about that.
Yeah.
A lot of people who bought the original copy last year ended up buying the paperback version as well, on top of the audiobook.
Yeah, I know.
Version,
I'm getting a lot of messages where people are like, this completes the set of 4. So it's the hardcover, the Kindle, the audio, and the paperback, which is crazy. And
it's like Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones.
And tonight I'm doing a reading because I never did a reading and I didn't want to do a reading because the whole thing just terrifies me. But tonight I'm doing a reading with a friend of mine who's my tattoo artist. He wrote a book that came out. I didn't even know he was writing a book, and it came out the same time mine did. His name is Chris McDonald, and he did a book called The Things That Came Here With. So we're going to do it together because I don't want to do it alone.
You should have called his A Little Bit Ink.
Just a little ink. So it's tonight at 6 p.m. at Queen Books, and it's 914 Queen East. So I'm going to do a reading, and then if you didn't get your book signed when we did all this last year, then I'll sign some books at the end, and we'll have a good time.
So when we were talking about this last week, I remember you said you were a little bit nervous about sitting in front of everyone and having to actually read the book. Because the last time you did that was for the audiobook, but you're in a studio, you're by yourself, there's like the sound guy there, and that's it, right? So I thought maybe to help alleviate some of the nerves, what if the team here, what if we all read something from a book that we have as well?
Yes.
Since we're not like going to show up tonight and like take away the spotlight from you and from Chris, with reading from our pages here. What if we did that here right now?
Okay. And so what did you say you wanted to read?
So I said I would read pages from my journal, my diary from when I was a kid.
Okay.
Shem was going to read a Bible verse.
Right.
Maria said that she had a book on horoscopes that she was going to read a page from.
Yes.
And Dan Mori had some notes from therapy.
Oh my God.
Now, I wanted to make sure I checked with Maury before we got on the radio. I was like, dude, are you okay to do this?
Yeah.
And Maury said, I have something that I feel comfortable sharing.
Okay.
So you can choose, Roz, where we start.
Let's start off on a positive note. Maria, would you like to kick us off with some horoscopes?
For sure.
Okay.
I will do a quick guide to Leo, myself.
Okay.
Okay.
A sunny and bright personality, warm and passionate, big-hearted and generous, loyal and courageous. The Leo character comes into the world bursting with energy and ready to be noticed. Her ruling planet, Sun. Mode element, fixed fire. Special day of the week, Sunday. Best at, being the boss, playing and having fun. Big-hearted generosity, stealing the show, showing off your talents, enjoying a 5-star lifestyle, chasing fame and fortune. Weaknesses, bossy. Self-oriented, attention-seeking. I shouldn't have read this one. Arrogance.
Arrogance.
Okay, maybe you want to stop right there.
I'm going to do some really bad ones. I'm going to skip Leo quote. Okay. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting in spite of it. Okay. There's a lot of characteristics I don't want to read in there.
Does that make you feel better a little bit?
Yeah. I'll tell you what does make me feel better is that I love, Maria, that you chose to accentuate something that was not putting you in the best light.
Yeah.
You skipped over a lot of stuff I saw in there. You got to bossy and egotistical, and you were like, okay, let's just cut it there. Mocha, would you like to read some sports scores from your Garfield journal?
Yeah, I could. I have some other passages.
You do? Oh, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some other things that I found.
And you wrote this when?
So this one here, it says in here, grade 6.
Okay.
Last night, all the teachers and some parents met in the gym. My parents were talking to Miss Casson, and Miss Casson said a lot of nice things about me. There's that note.
Aw.
That's beautiful.
Wonderful.
Another entry. Today, the grade 6 boys are having a junior Olympics in the 100 meters. The events are Dion versus Ian, Christian versus Shannon, Michael versus Oliver, and the main event is Jason versus Eugene. Let me get through a couple more here. Today we had a play at school. It was about a true story. Tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs won against the LA Kings, 5-2. The time right now is 10:19 p.m. I used to timestamp everything in some of these journals. Here, I got one more. Today, my class played floor hockey for gym. My team won, 2-1. Tonight, I almost missed part of my cartooning class. I was 10 minutes late. The time right now is 8:45 p.m.
Hey! Damn it, Maury. Now, you have, this is your notebook from therapy, you said, right?
His notes to me.
His notes to you?
Yeah.
Oh, jumping. Okay. Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found one that doesn't mention people.
Okay. Yeah.
Maury, I wanted to drop you a quick note to talk about the stuff we've been diving into during our sessions about your abandonment issues. Understanding the way. Keep thinking about why you feel this way. Past experiences and relationships have shaped your fears. We'll figure this out together. Boosting confidence. You're an amazing person who deserves love and belonging. Practice self-love and give yourself credit. Check.
Did he write check or that was like your note?
That was me
to
going,
yourself?
I did that.
Okay. Next.
Healthy relationships. It's a journey, but building strong and secure relationships is possible. Work on trust, good communication, and setting healthy boundaries.
Is this like a real human being that you see? Or this sounds to me like ChatGPT.
No, this is from Dr. Gossovitz.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep showing up. Don't give up on therapy. We'll keep working on these things together. Remember, it's a process, and it's okay to have ups and downs. Just keep at it, and I'm here to help.
Oh,
okay. There we go.
Hey, wonderful.
Is this helping to alleviate any of
Yes.
the nervousness that you have
Listen-
about your own book reading tonight?
Listening to everybody else do a live read from something that is extremely personal to them is, in fact, helping. Yes,
Okay.
you're right. Shem, you have what for us today?
Oh, I have a passage from the Bible.
The Bible,
I
you
sure
say.
do. And I feel like it's very appropriate.
Okay.
This is Psalm 23, verse 4.
All right.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff comfort me.
Yo, isn't that a Coolio song? Gangsta's Paradise?
Hey, man, listen.
Isn't that?
As I walk through the... Look at the line, I realize there's nothing left.
Okay, so Shem, reading from the Bible and Coolio.
And Coolio.
All right. If you
I am
want
ready
to,
for tonight. I'm ready
are
for
you?
tonight.
All right.
Yes,
If you want to
yes.
meet Roz tonight, maybe get your book signed and see. You don't know what page you're reading yet, right?
I
Or
don't.
what
I don't.
chapter?
I have not decided
Okay.
yet. I have
All right.
not decided yet.
The details on that once again.
6 o'clock tonight. Get there early. Queen Books, 914 Queen East. I think that's like Queen and Logan.
Yeah.
So there you go. 6 o'clock tonight. Queen Books, 914 Queen Street East.
Love it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So it was a chill night at the bookstore last night, Roz.
Oh, yeah.
In celebration of the paperback version of your memoir, A Little Bit Broken, available everywhere. And Queen Books invited you out.
Yeah, it was great. I did it with a buddy of mine, Chris McDonald, who's got a book out too. And it was chill. Like the last time we did this when we were at Indigo, it was like bonkers, right?
Yeah.
But last night was chill. Like there wasn't music playing or anything. And I walked in, I was like, oh my God. Like I felt like I was like super self-conscious actually.
Were you?
Because everybody was just there waiting for me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I didn't know. Like I just kind of walked in and then it was like everybody just sort of looked to the front door and it was, I walked in. I was like, oh my God.
Was it one of those places where you open the door and like a bell rings?
At the back, because I snuck out the back door for a little bit, right?
Okay.
But no, it's a beautiful bookstore. My God, they have a great spot. But yeah, it was good. It was chill, and we tried to sort of like be a little bit more low key about it, just because you don't want like. My God, like 500 people showing up to a tiny little...
You don't need me up in there yelling.
No. That's why I was happy you weren't there. You know, like it wasn't that kind of vibe.
I'm
But
showing my support from far away.
Yes, but it was a really beautiful night. It was good. I was nervous as hell, but people were great. And
What was what made you the most nervous this time around? Because the book is already out, right?
Yeah.
Like the book has been out for well over a year now.
Yeah.
And people know the story. People have listened to the audiobook. So you get a sense that people know you a little bit more. What made last night a little bit more, I guess,
I
didn't
want to cry. Like I wasn't sort of in the mood to cry, right? I haven't cried about the book in a very long time because I spent so much time crying when I was writing it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to cry. And then so it was very difficult for me to find something in there to read that would be entertaining, that wasn't too long.
Sure.
That would, I kind of wanted to try and find something that was a little bit more funny or had funnier parts in it. Because I didn't want to cry. But I thought that maybe like nerves would take over and then I'd just start crying reading something funny and then that was going to all go down the drain.
Had you been asked to do a live reading before?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. And I've said no to all of them. I've been asked to host big book events and do readings and all this stuff. And I've just said no, just full stop across the board.
So we understand that you read 2 excerpts from your book.
Yeah.
Let's go back to last night real quick.
I didn't know what to read tonight, and I sort of put it out to some friends on social and through text and everything else. And a really good friend of mine, Jody Davis, who is incredibly smart and has guided me through so many things in life and on television, suggested 2. And the one that he suggested was just the absolute perfect. So I'm going to go with his suggestion. But before I do that, there's a part that I want to read quickly to just sort of set up kind of who my old man was, because it will make the other chapter make a whole lot more sense.
So, yeah.
Was that the moment that the nerves kind of hit you? Because you set it up and now you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. I was nervous. I was like shaking. So I had to I sit sort of like all crunched up in a little ball, right? Like
They give you a stool or like a chair
I was
with
in a
arms?
chair, but like my legs are crossed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, just like gripping things real hard. Yeah, it's nervous. I don't like doing stuff like that. It was worth it though. What are you showing, Maury? This is him last night. Yeah. Is that the Maury took the absolute worst picture of me that's ever been taken of me.
Oh,
That is the
nice picture
single
of you.
worst picture.
This one?
The angle is terrible. You're like way down low. Nobody takes a picture of somebody looking like that. It's a terrible photo.
Wow.
What'd you think of my outfit though?
I like it.
Yeah?
Look at that. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, thank you. I wore a hat.
You did?
Yeah.
I never see you in a hat.
No, did you like my hat, Maury?
Sit up straight next time.
What's that?
Maybe sit up straight next time.
Oh,
Wow. Bro. It was a celebration. You coming in here with the heat. How you going to cook your mans like that? Haven't you just been talking about being nervous? It's an emotional night. You cooking the guy over his posture.
It's like a terrible photo. I'm like, well, I think you gave me nothing to work
Shush,
with.
Let's go back to last night real quick.
For anyone my age who grew up in this part of the world, this was our first real experience with war and what it looked like. And it looked like MTV. It was a show. I remember all the excitement and pageantry really pissing my dad off. At the time, nobody knew anything. Nobody knew the entire thing was only going to last a month or so.
It was a Gulf War.
This was the first time I ever turned on the television and saw the word war flashed across the screen. It was scary and confusing, and I remember firing off questions at my dad like he was some sort of expert. I was trying to make it make sense. What happens now? How do they win? What are they fighting over? My pops did his best to answer the best he could while trying to mask his absolute rage. He knew what he was watching. He'd seen it all before. He'd lived it. What happens if there's a draft? I remember asking. That was the last question of the night and the easiest one for him to answer. You don't have to worry about that, he said, shaking his head and clenching his fists without taking his eyes off the TV. They won't do that again, not here anyway. And if they did, there's no way. There's no way you're going off to fight someone else's war. You're not going to die for whatever lie started this show. I'd take a baseball bat to your knee. Both of you, you and your brother. Your left knee, so you'd still be able to drive a car. Maybe not as standard, but you'd never make it through the physical, let alone boot camp. I'd make sure of that. I'd always had a pretty good idea of what my dad was willing to do to keep me safe, but this was the first time I realized what he was willing to do to keep me alive.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's beautiful.
Powerful.
Very. And Dan and Maury out there at the chill night at the bookstore talking to fans as well.
Who's having a good time at the bookstore?
Oh, no. They gave you a mic?
Yeah.
Who's excited to meet Roz Weston?
You're the hype man in this thing?
Yeah.
When I say Roz, you say Weston. Roz. Roz. When I say a little bit, you say broken. A little bit. Little bit. Woo!
Oh my God.
Droves. Did you say droves?
Yes, droves. Lots of fans. It's so nice.
Talk to me about this life-changing experience seeing Roz read part of his book for the first time.
Well, I've been a big fan of Roz for a really long time, and his book was very impactful on me. It was a really great experience to meet him, and he remembered me.
Will you ever forget such an incredible moment as meeting Roz Weston?
Never. I love him. And I'm so happy I got to meet him. I missed the first book signing, so I'm really happy I came to this one.
If you were named this one, would you say a wild night at a small bookstore?
Yeah, or what Mocha said, a chill night at this bookstore.
You just got a photo with Roz.
Yes, I did.
What was that moment like for you?
Amazing, mesmerizing.
You are next in line to get Roz to sign your book. What was it like to witness him read from the book, and how excited are you to meet him?
I feel like I'm going to walk out of here a changed person because of that.
I overheard you saying to somebody that this was a life-changing experience.
I think it was. Roz is such a wise person in my eyes. Like, I just love hearing him talk and stuff like that. And hearing him in person, I feel like it just more of an impact to it.
Roz is currently signing your book right now. What is this experience like for you?
Amazing. I've been thinking about it since I heard.
You can touch him. You can reach out, literally touch Roz right now.
I listen to Roz and Mocha every morning since my son was little. He's now 18. We're still going strong.
Wow, that's crazy.
How excited are you going to meet Roz next?
I've been listening for so long. It's insane to see him in person. He's taller than I imagined.
Okay, say something to him.
How are you, man? I've been listening to you since I was a kid.
Aw.
Just you're taller than I imagined.
Anything you want to say to Roz before you leave?
He's my favorite.
Yes.
You were the last person in line And you're going to be the last person to see Roz tonight. How does that make you feel?
Oh, we feel brilliant. We're going to ask him what his cat's names are.
What was it like being here to experience Roz reading from the book? Was that magical for you?
It was very moving to hear his story, for sure. And he looks very different in real life, doesn't he?
Better or worse?
Wow.
That's a hard question.
No, it's not.
I think he looks very rustic compared to the front of the book. Yeah, for sure.
Rustic?
A little bit rustic. Congratulations, Roz. We love you, buddy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody feeling?
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Majestic.
Really? Huh?
Oh, majestic.
Feeling good, man.
What does majestic feel like, man?
You're
all
right,
buttoned up, too.
Button up. And
Yeah.
you do the button like up.
All the way.
All the way, man.
Are you hiding a hickey?
No. I wouldn't hide that. No. Pride, man.
It's called class.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you got going on today? You doing church stuff?
No, I'm staying away from church for a little while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, what'd you do?
Well, it
Why are
messed
you
up
denouncing?
It messed up my voice, and still has, quite frankly. So I'm staying away from the Lord.
You went too hard in church.
I went way too hard. I haven't had a rehearsal since.
Yeah.
Since when? How long?
This is last week. Last week.
You're
No, no, my
wearing,
rehearsal.
you're wearing a short sleeve dress shirt button all the way up. You look like you're going to come to my door and sell me something. Probably salvation.
Yeah. Have you heard the good word of the Lord? Well, let me tell you.
I would never do that. No,
I remember one time, I think I was in high school, and these two old ladies showed up at our house, and it was winter.
Oof.
And it was one of those, they had the pamphlets, the cartoon pamphlets, right? Trying to talk about the good Lord. And it was a Saturday.
Come on now. Wrestling's on.
And I felt so bad because it was cold, but I wouldn't let them in the house.
Yeah.
Just
They
let
wanted
them-
to come in the house?
Yeah. So I let them stay at the front. We had one of those where there's the front door, right? There's the step, and then there's like another door. There's another screen door,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
So they're kind of warm.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe I felt so bad. And I must have listened to them talk to me about the Lord for about 15, 20 minutes.
What kind of Lord, though? Like, what were they, like Latter-day Saints? Were they Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah.
And you're like, no thanks, I like birthday parties?
And they're, and they were showing me the pamphlet and they were like comic book style.
I would listen to you,
right?
but my birthday is literally next week. I got a lot planned.
Bro, let me tell you how mad my father got. Because it was winter and I had the door open a little bit, so the cold air. And he was like, I'm trying to heat the house.
You let the
and
devil
like
in.
it's freezing in
good.
here.
It's not
He
good.
was so upset.
Yeah. No, that's not good. Yeah, no, you don't get a lot of that anymore. People coming to the door, and in my neighborhood you do, but it's just like political stuff, like, oh my God, and the charities and all that.
Yeah.
And listen, they always just come at the wrong time. They think it's the right time, it's always the wrong time. But yeah, no, selling the Lord, that was a big thing growing up.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Like you would, like on Sunday, like I would watch TV in the basement as opposed to the family room on a Sunday, because you could see the family room through the window at the front door.
Oh, and it was...
Yeah. So you can't play like you're not home.
Yeah. It was like an open invite.
Yes.
To anyone.
Yeah. And then you hear the doorbell and you're like, oh God. And then you just see that lean where they just like look through the
And
window.
it's the worst if you make eye contact
and I'm
you're
like,
oh,
I'm like, what is he
busted.
wearing? What is he wearing? What is he wearing? White shirt, black tie. God damn it.
You guys don't want to invite the Lord into your lives? Huh? What's wrong with that?
Wow.
No, listen, Halloween was like 3 days away. I already had my costume. Right? I'm like, listen, I appreciate what you're doing, but
I can't get a refund on this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let's go Raptors!
Game, that'll do it. Toronto Raptors take it on opening night. 97-94. And Darko Rajakovic, in his NBA head coaching debut, gets the win.
Beautiful
Wow.
game. Undefeated for the
Yes.
season.
I know that the score was tight, but was the game tight?
Yes, the whole way through.
Yeah.
Whole way through was tight.
Good. I like that.
Some people are saying they were finding their footing, sloppy. Do you believe that?
Oh, yeah. It's game one. Yeah, it's so early.
I just wanted to sound
Yeah.
You did, by the way. And I think that deserves a round of applause.
Why did someone say that?
But then why did you attribute that to somebody else?
Because that's how you sound smart. You know, I heard a guy say.
No, that's not how you sound smart.
Oh, I should have been like, oh, I see what you're saying. I should have been like, I found.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
Even the new coach, how do you say it?
Darko Rajakovic.
Rajakovic. I got to get used to that.
Great name.
New coach, first game, first win, right? And he's in the locker room afterwards, just like spitting real talk with the team.
Winning is fun, okay? And it's not easy. And you guys gave it all out there, okay? And I'll tell you this. None of you guys played the best game of the season tonight, okay? We have so much more room for improvement. And that's our goal, night in, night out, to continue getting better.
Yes, sir.
And what you guys did, you stayed together. And you got a win for the team. Hello, job, guys. Bring it in.
What you got, baby? What you got?
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I love that.
What did he say?
Family.
Family
Oh,
on 3.
yes.
Should we
Like
do
Fast and
that?
Furious.
I've always wanted to do that here.
Should we do that? Should we have that chant?
What? Why not?
Like
Family
after every
on
show,
3?
at the end of every show, like we get together and huddle and put our hands in the middle, and then family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family! Right?
Roz, where were you with that?
Yes. What? I'm still thinking about whether we should do it or not.
We just did it.
Because I think it's going to be awkward because I
Oh,
think that in a situation like this, some people are going to put 3 syllables in family and some people are going to put 2.
So let's try it.
And it's not going to
I know
sound right.
Maria's not here
and-
today. She's sick.
Yeah.
But is this going to be one of those things where every day after the show, it's just going to be me, Shem, Maury, and Maria?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like after,
I don't know.
we'll
I
just
don't
wait till after you leave, so,
I'm gonna-
so it's not awkward.
I'll have to see it happen a few times
Like
before.
1, 2, 3, family.
Now, do you do 3? Do you family or do you do
Yeah.
family?
Family.
I say family.
Family, 3
That's
syllables.
how I'm going to say it. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I don't know. I
David
don't know how
Morey
comfortable I am.
hit the streets after the Raptors had their big win against Minnesota last night.
All right, 1 game down, hundreds to go. How was that? You were inside.
Oh, I loved it. The atmosphere.
Yo, why?
How many games do you think they play in a season?
I have no idea. Like, don't they play like
hundreds?
How many do you think? Don't say anything, Sham. How many do you think, Maury?
Honestly, like 225?
No, you don't lie. 225 games.
Like
in
they
a
play
season.
until next year.
No, between now and April, bro.
Yeah, that's lots.
200 games? Major League Baseball doesn't even play 200 games in a regular season.
Okay, you're making me
And they
feel
play
wrong.
2 in one day.
Yes.
Okay, you're making me feel very wrong.
No, because I'm not making you feel
Hundreds.
wrong. You were making yourself feel wrong. You know how many games this season the Raptors are playing?
Well, obviously not hundreds now.
82.
What do you mean now?
That's it? 82?
82
82.
All right, 1 game down, hundreds to go. How was that? You were inside.
Oh, I loved it. The atmosphere was awesome. The energy of the Raptors this year looks great. We're looking great, and I think we're going to end up in a nice spot, like about 5th or 6th, maybe 4th. We're looking good this year.
This is a good start to the season, no?
Any first win of the year is freaking good, my brother. Bro, I see the talent there, right? We don't have Van Vliet.
Nope.
We're sorry, but we got some good guys in there, man.
Well, after this first game, what does it look like for the season?
Playoffs for sure, man.
What would you have done differently at this game?
They won, bro. It was good.
It was a great game. The players played a really well game. They should keep it up, and good hopes for the season,
The Raptors are winning it this season, bro. Dennis Schroeder, the addition of Dennis Schroeder, Jacob Poto, bro. We have so much more depth. We needed to lose Fred, I feel like. I don't know. We're going crazy this year.
I would not have played Cinderella. Do you know why?
Why?
Because she runs away from the ball.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a joke.
I actually have no idea I don't understand your joke.
Okay, how about that, huh?
Amazing win, great win for the city. We came out to represent. Shout out to Coach Darko. Offense looks a little bit stagnant sometimes, but we made it out with the win. That's what matters most.
I'm really glad that they didn't play Cinderella. Do you want to know why?
Tell me about it. Why do you say that?
Because she would have run away from the ball.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
I'm fired up by the season. Big game tonight. I'm pretty pumped. I'm not going to lie.
You don't seem pumped enough.
I was pretty pumped in there.
You don't seem pumped. I'm not feeling the pump.
I have the Grady Dick thing plus the friggin' popcorn. I'm good.
I'm not feeling the pump.
I don't know. You want me to yell?
No, I don't want you to yell. Show me some excitement.
Let's go, Raptors!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Trolls Band Together is the new movie dropping November 19th. And today, the soundtrack came out, Roz. And it's all Justin Timberlake, because Justin Timberlake plays Branch, the character of Branch in the Trolls movies.
Right.
So you got JT all over the album. You got Anna Kendrick, who plays Queen Poppy in the Trolls movies.
I like
as
when
well.
she sings and stuff.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
And we all know NSYNC got together for a song called Better Place. We should play that sometime on the show. So NSYNC appears on the soundtrack once and once only, just for that song, Better Place.
Yes.
Everything else, it's all the cast from the movie.
What is it labeled as?
Trolls Band Together, original motion picture.
No.
soundtrack.
I mean the NSYNC song.
Oh, NSYNC.
It's labeled as NSYNC.
It's NSYNC.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's one song. So I listened to the soundtrack, right? Because I love those movies. And they just do their own covers of all sorts of different pop and rock songs.
Like the Chipmunks.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's one standout song. And I cannot wait for this scene in the movie. Because what you get from the trailer is you find out that JT's character, Branch, when he was younger, used to be in a boy band with his brothers, right? Hence, Band Together. And the brothers have to get together to get through the rest of the movie. One of them's kidnapped or something. So in this song, the group is called Brozone, right? That Branch is a part of.
It sounds like a cologne.
So here is a montage that's going to appear in the movie that's on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Of Justin Timberlake, Eric Andre, who's a character in the movie, Daveed Diggs, who's also a character, and Anna Kendrick, doing a medley of popular boy band songs.
Okay.
My girl's like candy, a candy treat. She knocks me right up off my feet. She's so fine as can be. It's like a perfect harmony. Baby girl, you are my world. You look so sweet. Come back to me. All I know when I'm with you, you got the right stuff.
Oh, damn.
Baby, love the way you turn me on. You got the right stuff. Baby, you're the reason why I sing this song. You're all I ever wanted. Baby, you're all I ever needed. Yeah. So tell me what to do now. When I want, I'll give you back.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yo, tell me that's not fire! Those Trolls movies, man, when they put those the songs together, when they do those medleys, always a banger.
Yeah, that's
always,
great.
always
That's
so
great.
good.
That's great.
So that's going to appear in the new Trolls movie and on the soundtrack, which is out right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
Kiaha, where and when does your hell of a story take place?
It takes place in Portland, Oregon in 2012.
Wow. Okay. So what happened?
So I was on a dating website on Plenty of Fish. He was really handsome. He was very funny. He was a photographer. So he was really interested in things like art and culture and he seemed like a really fun person to be around. He invited me out on a date. I said yes.
Up until the time that you decided to or agreed to meet up with him, how long had you been in communication just online on Plenty of Fish?
Probably about 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So he wants to what? He wants to take you out?
Yeah, he wanted to take me to dinner and a movie less than a mile from my home.
How old are you at this point?
I was 25.
And how old was he at this point?
He said he was 24.
Oh, okay, cool. So your age.
Yeah, he
Perfect.
was supposed to be my age. So he has this muscle car that he had restored, and he was very proud of it.
Damn.
So he picks me up, and I see the car, and it's It's beautiful. It's this like 65 Mustang. It's black. It's incredible. It is a really beautiful car. But I get into it and I notice that there's no chest strap to like lock you in place. There's just the lap belt.
Oh.
And I have like alarm belts going off because I'm like, I don't know if this is very safe. And again, I like try to push it to the side and I get in the car.
Okay.
So we get to dinner. Dinner is fine. We went to this little Hawaiian spot and then we're going to go see our movie. Less than maybe a quarter mile from where we currently were.
Okay.
So we get back in the car, we head out of that parking lot and go to take a left. And we're at the bottom of this hill taking this left. It's a blinking yellow arrow. So you're supposed to yield to any oncoming traffic. And for some reason, he pulls into the intersection and stops midway through the turn. So I turn to look at him like, what are you doing? And then I turn back the other way to look out of my passenger window, and all I see are headlights.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I'm completely out, and I remember thinking, oh, my God, this is how I die. This is how I die?
In a strange guy's muscle car you met on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Less than a mile from home.
So what happened?
Okay.
Well, I woke up, and I couldn't figure out why it was so loud and why my eyes are burning and what was going on. And I finally start to come around, and then I hear a firefighter yell, she's alive.
Oh, my
And I'm like,
God.
oh.
Whoa, hold on. Kia, so you actually got into an accident?
Yes. Like, it was bad. This car, it was a Jeep Cherokee, had smashed into my side of the car at 50 miles an hour.
Oh, my God.
So
Yeah,
you
full-blown
wake up,
impact.
firefighters are yelling, she's alive, she's alive, and then what?
And I realized that they're trying to get the car open because how it hit us, I'm trapped in the car. I can't get out. They're using the jaws of life to cut the car apart to pull me out. And as this is happening, my date is like frantically apologizing. He's fine. He looks like maybe he's got a couple of bumps and bruises, but the impact was all on me. And I'm like wiggling my toes, like, am I paralyzed? Please don't let me be paralyzed. I can wiggle my toes, but you're in shock at that point, so you can't feel anything. And so the firefighters are yelling at me not to move, to just relax and wait. And silly me is like, oh, I can help you guys get out of the car. So I try to move myself to pull away from the door. And all I felt was just excruciating pain, and then I passed out. And I had shattered my femur, my pelvis. I had broken all of my ribs, lacerated my liver, and my face had taken out the window.
Oh, my God, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, it was rough. So they get me out of the car, and I realized just how bad everything was once they pulled me out. It was so bad. I would have done anything to not feel that pain. So we went to the ER, obviously, and I passed out again, and I woke up, and there was like a surgeon who was trying to remove glass from my face, and I realized that the reason that my eyes were burning so badly in the car was because I was bleeding so much that there was blood in my eyes, and that's what was burning.
Oh, my God. Okay,
So wait. So when you're in this hospital, right, and all this is going on, the guy who you went on a date with, the guy who was driving the muscle car, which eventually got into this car accident, was he at the hospital as well?
He was in the same hospital, but I don't know just like how far away he was from me. When my dad heard what had happened, this madman starts walking up and down the ER, yelling this man's name to try to like fight him.
Your dad wanted to beat your date up?
He really did. He was so mad. And I'm like, you are being ridiculous. This is an accident. It's just let this go. So I'm sure that poor guy got out of there as soon as possible.
So I'm sure you had a hell of a recovery ahead of you.
I did. We had to have one really long surgery to repair my shattered femur and my pelvis. And I didn't realize that you couldn't just put a cast on a bone like that. You actually have to install like titanium rods and pins so that I'd be able to actually stand. So my surgeon, who was fantastic, he told me, I'm going to be totally blunt. I don't know if you're ever going to walk the same again. And I don't like being told that I can't do things. They hired physical therapists. I had people coming by to help work with me. And in 6 weeks, I took my very first step.
So what happened to the guy?
Oh, here's the kicker. So this child, not guy, child. I hear from him later on, and it turns out he's 19. He's not 24.
What? Oh my God!
He lived at home with his parents. He was just terrified, and he had reached out like weeks after, like, basically just saying, I'm so sorry this happened. Like, please don't ruin my life. And I'm like, why on earth would you lie about your age? Like, there's no way I would have gotten in the car with somebody who's like young enough to be my kid brother. That's just not good.
Yeah.
But I did tell him, no hard feelings. I understand accidents happen. You didn't do this intentionally, but I'm never going on a second date with you.
Wow.
That's never happening.
Can I just say real quick, when we were asking about the guy earlier, Kiaha, I thought that you were going to end this story by saying he was there with you throughout the recovery. He helped you with everything. And now you two of you are like happily married with kids.
No, he lied. He lied.
He lied.
And had he not lied, she never would have gotten the car with his jabroni ass. Wow.
That is like one incredible hell of a story.
Yeah, definitely a hell of a story.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us, Kiaha.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Wrestling group chat was live this weekend.
Oh no, what happened? Here we go. You okay if I check my phone?
I almost invited you to the group chat, Roz.
Somebody please message me right now.
Shem is in the group chat.
I need it.
Our buddy Rojo's in the
DM
group
me,
chat.
send me a text. Do
and
anything.
Alex is in the group chat. Not our boss, Alex.
No.
The next guy named Alex. So Mick Foley, a.k.a. Mankind, a.k.a. Dude Love, a.k.a. Cactus Jack, was on the latest episode of Hot Ones.
Okay.
On YouTube, where they sit around eating hot wings.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that show a lot.
So before we get to what some of the guys sent voice notes about in the group chat,
Yeah.
here's one portion of the interview they did with the great Mick Foley.
How about this? Is it true that you, though muzzled, you wrestled a bear in 1985?
Yeah, I think my fourth match in my career was against a bear.
How'd that go?
Not well. They never go well. A bear is like 8 to 10 times stronger than a human being, right? Mm-hmm. The bears from Canada had killed a person. I mean, that's a historical fact. But that's what we do. We say we can do things when we don't know if we can. So I didn't know the danger I was in. I just knew that I jumped on its back, trying to turn into a show, and the bear stood up and threw me across the ring. And that's when I realized the bear was 8 to 10 times stronger than I was. And I laid down and let that bear defeat me. I was humbled.
Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
Humbled, big time.
So if you don't know, Mick Foley's one of these guys in the WWE. Like back in the day, he went to the extreme with a lot of his matches. Thumbtacks, being thrown off the top of steel cages.
Best.
Right? A chair to straight to the face.
He got his ear ripped off.
Ugh. His teeth got knocked out and they zoomed in on a bloody mat, the wrestling ring.
Yeah.
And you can see multiple of his teeth.
The man has one ear.
And he's had hair ripped out of his head during a match. And he still leaves bloody with a psychotic smile on his face. This is Mick Foley on Hot Ones.
What's the Foley risk-reward analysis?
It's the instantaneous Foley risk-reward ratio analysis. You want a case in point?
Yeah, I'd love one.
All right, so January 2000, just a few blocks away, Madison Square Garden, I remember Mr. McMahon saying to me and Triple H, no thumbtacks. And then as soon as Mr. McMahon walked away, Triple H looked at me and goes, you put him under the ring already? I said, yeah, I got it taken care of. This is one of the last matches of my career. And so it was a big moment. And I just saw that majestic, pile. There were 5,000, 6,000 tacks. And I thought about the wisdom of taking the pedigree face first in those thumbtacks. And I came to the conclusion that, okay, I could lose an eye, but imagine the pop.
He did in that match. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shem, but he did ruin or damage one of his eyes.
Yeah, he took a couple of thumbtacks to the eye. It's amazing. What a legend.
God, what a legend. You guys are animals.
And that's why we get voice notes like this. Damn it. In the group chat, the wrestling group chat.
Yo, as someone who's half Guyanese and can't handle spice, the disappointment of my father, and someone who also probably wouldn't be okay being thrown off a 20-foot tall steel cage, I actually sympathize with the pain Mick felt at the end of this, but can we talk about how he was okay with losing an eye by being thrown face first into thumbtacks just for the crowd reaction? Also, who has a crush on Janice from Friends? Legit, though, we need to protect Mick Foley at all costs.
Oh, yeah, because he talked about in the interview about his crush on Janice from Friends.
Janice?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Chandler Bing.
Chandler.
Anyway, that's a little
who it
insight
was.
as to what our nerdy group chat, wrestling group chat, is like on the daily.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Weather is actually going to be not bad this week.
Really?
Well, today 13. It was like frost on my car this morning.
Really?
Tomorrow 20 degrees. Wednesday 20 degrees. Thursday 20 degrees. Friday 22 degrees.
Yeah.
Perfect for outdoor fall photos.
Really?
It's going to be cloudy like all week and then rain as well.
Cloud is good for photos.
Thursday
Rain
and Friday.
isn't?
Not rain though. Thursday and Friday we're getting rain.
Jeez, man. Who does fall photos? Like
I've always wanted to do one with Matthew and the dog.
Like a fall photo shoot?
Yeah, with leaves around.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs pee in those, though. Who's messing around with
Oh, I
leaves?
know. My dog, we were raking leaves yesterday, and
Yeah.
the golden tig loves going up to a big pile of leaves and hiking that leg up.
Yeah.
And whizzing all over it.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I got to pick that up.
We got Maury out here doing fall photo shoots. And,
And pea-soaked leaves.
yeah, man. Like,
So what happens when you ask Matthew?
Oh, no. It's a whole thing. Like they have to find matching outfits. Like Matthew and the dog have matching outfits.
Oh. Describe the outfit.
Oh, it's like for this kind of season, for fall, they're like plaid, like red and black sort of plaid outfits.
yeah, like the typical sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he bought one for him and one
Yeah.
for the dog. I do not have one.
So
he didn't get one for you?
No.
Was that not part of the discussion?
No. He was like, he goes, I have to match my son.
That's so weird when people call a dog the son.
Call Romeo my son, too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You know it's not, though, right?
He's my fur child.
No, he's not. He's a dog.
He's my fur child.
No. There's no fur child.
And by the way, do you not remember you're Andy's godfather?
I'm not.
What?
Maury, if you died tomorrow, that dog would go to I don't know where. I bear zero responsibility over that dog.
I bestowed
Zero.
that honor upon you.
No, it's not. You can't bestow that honor on somebody. It has to be offered and then accepted. It was never
Wouldn't
offered.
the dog just go to Frank, your dad?
No, I called Roz and offered it to him.
No, you didn't. I don't want it. I never said yes to this. I'm not taking care of your dog. And also, this is not the kind of hypothetical where I think, oh, it may never happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
It could be tomorrow for all we know.
If any of my regular healthy friends were like, hey, would you be my dog's godfather? I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Dogs live 12 years max. Right? With Maury, there's no chance I'm taking that on.
Yeah.
Zero chance I'm taking that on.
We would both have to die, not just me.
None. Believe me, I know exactly how this is going to go, Maury. It's going to start with you didn't buy me the outfit, and it's going to end with me owning a dog.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You just got a new dog.
Yeah, I know exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Show you the funniest picture here.
Mm-hmm.
This guy in Poland, 22 years old, got arrested for shoplifting at the mall. And what he did was shows up to the mall shortly before the mall closed and got to one of the stores and the display window where all the mannequins are and stood there. His left arm is to his side. His right arm is sticking out just a little bit holding his shopping bag. So he waited there like that, pretending to be a mannequin. And then the mall closed and he went around and started ransacking. But they have cameras everywhere.
But how does he get out if the mall's closed? You got to stand there until the morning as a mannequin again?
I don't know if he thought
and then
this
just sneak
through.
out with a crowd?
Because, this guy's got a rap sheet. He's gone through malls and, stolen stuff before. So he probably knows already the ins and outs and the safest way.
I want to know how much time he spent researching this.
But this is what he looks like.
Right window.
Right there.
That's
He's
a guy. That's not a mannequin. That's a guy. He's losing his hair.
Yeah, he's standing there.
Put a hat on, man.
And he's standing next to two other mannequins that are clearly mannequins.
Yeah,
right?
that's just a man.
Yeah.
That's not a mannequin.
And he's got he's wearing a hoodie and the pockets in the front of his hoodie.
Yeah.
They look like they're puffed out. Like he's holding, I don't know if there's bags in there or what.
I don't even think he's wearing clothes from that store.
It doesn't look like, it doesn't match the display that's there already. Like these other two mannequins are wearing specific jeans matching shirts, like from a certain brand, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's just like a sand colored hoodie and.
But did nobody see him come in and just stand there?
I guess not.
Right?
People don't pay attention.
Maybe like close to,
maybe
you know,
you're right.
closing time. I worked retail. I don't know, Maria, you worked retail
Yep.
before.
Maybe
Like,
you're
are you
right.
like really paying attention when it's getting close to closing time? You just want to like, if you're at the
Yeah, I was
register,
just
like,
trying to get out of there 90% of the time.
clean up, you count the cash, and then you dip, right?
But you wouldn't notice a guy, like nobody in the store, not another customer, nobody noticed a guy just came in and walked in the window display and just didn't move?
Well, I know when I worked at Sport Check, our biggest problem was that people would take the bikes and then ride them out of the store. And then, so that was what we had to do. For real, we had 3 people like take a bike and then ride it out, and then we couldn't catch them because they were obviously on a bike.
Right.
So then we started locking the bikes.
Are you allowed to throw a basketball at him? Like, what are the rules? Were you allowed to like...
So we weren't allowed to like chase after them because like for safety, but like you could try and like get in front or like try and skirt them out of the way so they could crash into something else. But
so they would just like ride around the store, or they would like literally
pretend
get on the bike and like immediately take off.
So it was like, because some people would be like, oh, can I quickly just like test out like the wheel on this bike? So you would allow them to go up and down the aisle sometimes because it was a 2-floor Sport Check.
Right.
But then people would just jump on the bike and then do like a full lap around the store. But then on the second lap, they just whoosh right out.
They're out.
Yeah, they're gone. They are out of there.
It's like those videos. You ever see those videos of guys who go to like Foot Locker and then they'll try on sneakers, right? Yeah. And then they'll pretend to run out of the store, and all the employees get so shook and they like try to chase. Some of them chase after them.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, though. I've never I've seen like a lot more security now in places. Like it's bananas the amount of security guards that are in places.
Yeah.
But stealing a bike that's like ballsy to me, especially in a mall.
Oh, yeah. And
Right?
moms with strollers. That was the other target.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because there's no baby in there. It's just all the clothes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
No
yeah.
baby?
We weren't like, we used to allow strollers in the change rooms, then they had to stay outside because people would just stuff them.
No, but what if there was a baby?
Still, it was like
Oh, no,
baby.
so the baby got
it was
standing
moms and
outside?
babies, no babies, just moms and strollers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Let's not say that they're moms with strollers. Let's just say they're women with strollers.
Yes. Sure.
Right? Like, let's just say, it's very, anybody can own a stroller.
Yes.
You don't necessarily, let's not say that the woman left her kid at home alone and went shoplifting.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, tired today.
Why?
I was at a big fancy author thing last night.
A what?
A big fancy author thing last night.
Oh, excuse us.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't get the invite to that.
No, you didn't, because you didn't write a book.
Did you know that when you wrote a book, there'd be this many to-dos?
No.
Realistically, this is like his third to do.
It is my third. Actually, fourth. Sorry, fourth to do.
This is fourth.
To do. But still, 4 times in 1 year. That's incredible for me going out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You've reached your max.
Yeah, it was the Storyteller's Ball is what it was last night.
So what happens there?
You go
Do you
in.
have to read from your book?
No.
You just eat?
Yeah, and then you hang. Like you just you talk to people so they say it's a charity thing, right? So it's a like silent auction and all that stuff. And last year Margaret Atwood was the big name that was there, and she was cool. And John Irving was there this year, sitting beside. He was at the table next to us. So that was cool. But yeah, like you just, they bring you in and then you sit at a table and then everybody sort of gets everybody at the table gets a copy of your book and then people have paid money to sit at that table.
What's auctioned off? Like, are you auctioned off?
No. I'm not auctioned off. There's like a raffle, but then there's some other thing going on. I don't know what they did, but they raise a ton of money, right? Which is great.
So the people who were sitting at your table,
yes.
Did any of them already read your book?
A few had, a few had, but
That's
they were like big fans of the show, like big fans of the show. I was doing like videos for their kids, all that stuff. Yeah,
Was it one of those things
sweet.
where they're not to take away from your book,
yes,
but they're like a fan more of a fan of the show than they were like of the night, like to be there?
Oh my, Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
When someone says that they've read your book, do you quiz them?
No. What part? What's your favorite part?
What's your favorite
What'd you like? You would fail that test, Maury.
Yeah.
I still don't think you've
I've
read
read
my
it
book.
1.5 times.
You still
liar.
the other day you said something on this show where you're like, isn't that in your book? And I'm like, no.
In fairness, I
You
get
do
confused
that
on
all
what's
the
in the
time.
book and what you've said on the show.
Then
I've
don't
lived
say
both.
Then don't say is that in your book?
Yeah, like I
There's
still
so
think,
many times you've said, yeah, you wrote about that in your book, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nah, man.
I should build a quiz. I really should. And quiz Maury. And I know that he's going to be like, oh my God, I got to cram. And he's still not going to read it.
Yeah,
He's still like, Maury said he read it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when Maury said he read a whole book in 2 hours?
I did. It was
He's such a
fantastic.
liar.
I
2
cried so
hours.
much.
2 hours,
Please.
Maury.
Super fans of this show even said, like, they binged the book and did not read it in 2 hours.
If you sat down and listened to me read the book, on
It
the
is
audio
impossible.
version, it's 9 hours.
Okay, you read a little bit slower than I read.
9 hours, Maury.
It took me an entire week to listen to the audio book.
And that makes me a bigger fan. I plowed through
Maury,
it.
it is impossible to have read the book in 2 hours.
You quiz me, I'll get an A.
It is impossible
How
to
many-
have read the book in 2 hours.
Yeah. How many pages is it again?
It is 300 and...
338 or something like that?
I was going to say 342.
Why would you say that? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't even... I don't even...
You wrote it.
I don't even know. Hold on. Let me go to Amazon.
The hardcover.
Don't you have a copy of it here? What happened to
It's
it?
behind the television.
What do you mean it's behind the television?
Behind there.
Is it? Do I have a book here? I don't have a book here.
Bro, how many videos do we have of like from in here of you and over your
I
right
know.
shoulder?
300
gave that away.
336. Yeah, I gave that one away. 336 pages, Maury. It is impossible to have read the book in 2 hours.
What is it?
336 pages. It's impossible.
Well, I can't tell you how I defied impossibility.
No.
Okay. If you were to read 1 page a minute, Maury,
Yes.
it would take 5.6 hours to read the entire book.
Right.
Okay, so maybe
You
4
said
or 5 hours.
You said 2 hours.
2 hours.
You finished it in 2 hours.
And then we said no, and you were like, nope, 2 hours. You dug your heels in that you read a 336-page book in 2 hours.
I know it was like I lied down, I finished it in one sitting.
No, there's
You're
no
such
way.
a
You're
liar.
such a liar,
Why
Maury.
are you trying to flex so hard right now?
I don't know.
You're not that kind of reader.
No.
It was the best book I've ever read. Take the compliment and leave.
I take the compliment, but more, you have said countless times on this show that when you're reading a book, you read half a page a night.
And that's how good this was. I could
Half
not
a page.
put it down.
You went from historically reading 1/2 page of a book per night to reading 336 in one sitting.
Because I imagined you reading it to me.
Please, you're such what? I don't know why this is such a flex for you. It's super
Why are you
weird,
fighting?
dude. I don't know why you're. It's so
Why are you
weird.
pushing
Like,
back?
we're proving to you right now how impossible it is.
It's impossible.
And you're still trying.
Okay, give or take a minute.
A minute!
I don't know.
Bro, exactly. You don't. Because you didn't read the book.
No, I did read the book. I did read the book.
No, I don't think you did.
What was your favorite page?
Yeah,
I don't know about the page, but I can tell you my favorite parts.
which is the one that you're on.
Mine
no,
is the
no.
one that you're on.
No, I loved the part about when you went to buy a tank top with Lala Lexi.
Okay.
I loved the sad parts, like the belt buckle.
Bro, you know what's so
sad
funny?
parts.
You're bringing up all the parts, like certain parts that we've vaguely discussed on the show.
Discussed every part.
Without giving it away.
I loved when you were talking about how everyone comes over and your parents are their parents.
Sure. You skimmed. This is what somebody who skimmed.
Is this what it's like to go to your author to-dos and you sit there and get like grilled?
No, because there's actually people there who have read the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's much easier to talk to them.
I read the damn book.
Okay.
From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
This is Roz
Yes.
and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.